speaking of nostalgia, we're going to talk about Fortnite for a little bit here, okay? So we've got some very interesting articles about Fortnite here, and we're going to start off first here by the success of the OG Fortnite leaves the game in a very tough spot. So, according to this article, of course, Fortnite has consistently stunned the gaming industry since its meteoric rise to popularity in 2017, showcasing a strong ability to evolve and maintain its level of success ever since. Many players have long believed that the title's luck would eventually run out in this regard, but the recent launch of its OG event has proven that the game's time at the top of the Battle Royale genre is far from over. The OG event for Fortnite has been an unstoppable success for the release, seeing the game's player base figures reach eye-watering heights. While this is a positive for the game in the short term, Epic Games is now left in quite a predicament in terms of where Fortnite goes from here. With the core feature of the OG event being the biggest reason behind the recent burst of popularity for Fortnite, Epic is stuck between a rock and a hard place in how it handles the title's next steps. Fortnite OG officially launched on November the 3rd, drawing a huge amount of attention in the run-up to its release. As the name suggests, the OG event took Fortnite back to its roots, bringing back the original map of the Battle Royale, as well as the weapons and equipment of its original state. Many fans have a soft spot for this first iteration of Fortnite, with it fostering the earliest memories many people have of the release, even among players who have not played much of the game in recent years. The original state of Fortnite has become iconic in this way, with it being clear why so many people were looking forward to experiencing a blast from the past with the OG event. Already, the Fortnite OG event has racked up the following accolades for the title. Fortnite reached a player count of 44.7 million players in one day. Players clocked in over 100 million hours played in a single day. Fortnite reached a concurrent player count record of over 5 million players. While it's easy to get carried away with this recent success, the question remains of how Epic Games will choose to end things with the OG event. As things stand, Fortnite's OG event is set to end on December the 2nd, keeping the time frame of the usual in-game seasons that Fortnite often employs. However, if this goes ahead, along with the removal of the original map, then the game will most likely lose a ton of steam it has picked up in recent weeks, with more casual players returning to other titles. The alternative to this would be extending the event beyond its intended end date, or even keeping the original map in rotation alongside whatever map Fortnite returns to once the event ends. While this would prolong the success of the OG event and Fortnite's newfound player base, this could run the risk of letting the game's peak die with a whimper instead of a bang. Clinging on to the success of the OG event could step on the toes of Fortnite's following season, ultimately hurting the release in the long run. Of course, Fortnite is renowned for its ability to stay consistently relevant, and the future will likely bring success regardless of what route Epic Games chooses. Despite this, there are some clear pitfalls of Fortnite using its past for current-day success, and these downsides will be hard to avoid regardless of what happens next. Okay, I'm going to use this as a jumping off point because this is a lot of information. 44.7 million players in one day, 100 million hours played in one day, and a concurrent player count of over 5 million players. That is insane.
Absolutely insane.
That is ridiculous. We've hopped on there. We know,
44?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back, bro. I'm OG Fortnite right now.
So I'm going to throw this over to Corey first here. Actually, I'm going to throw this over to Garbo first since he's our resident builder here. He's cranking 90s and whatever the cool kids say. But anyway, Garbo, we've come to this decision here. You're over Epic, all of Epic. You have to make the decision. Do we keep OG Fortnite? Do we release new content? Do we do both? Or is there another thing that we can do here to bridge this gap a little bit better? What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think that they could just make it an OG map and put it in creative mode, just like all the billions of games that they've already have like made into the game, so they can bring back the OG map. And if they wanted to, they could probably implement, like the tournaments and stuff like that, because they also run tournaments. So, but I feel like Fortnite's been so successful, just always being able to. I think they can still keep going. Like whatever plan they have going on, they can execute it, and it will pretty much still work. I mean, the player base hasn't changed. What probably is going to happen though is that they realize like how much people enjoy the OG map, and they're probably going to do things to like like the weapons and stuff like that. Like maybe make it more like OG, but it will never be OG. Like they can't just stay at OG. As much as I would love them to stay at OG Fortnite, they have to keep going. So I feel like my executive decision would be, get some developers to like, or get even somebody that's a creator to create the OG map again into the creative mode, and then put it in there. So then, if people want to play the OG map, they can, and then continue on with the story. Because this is all Fortnite's been doing. It's been developing this grand story. Because like right now, if you play OG Fortnite, there's gnomes and there's cassette tapes around the map, and if you find them, they're explaining or like they're kind of like hinting like what's going to happen next.
Right. I mean,
So I feel like they could do that. I feel like they can just keep going, and Fortnite will remain successful. Yeah, they may lose some player counts, and if that's so, then it'll be no different than what it's already been, because it's already happened. But they keep retaining it. Like they're not by any means been a low company battle royale. They've always been a top battle royale game. So I just don't see that success going out because OG map is getting taken away.
right. What do you think about it, Corey?
I'm liking how it's feeling, and I don't know, man. A lot of people came back to it for this. I never really played it in the original map. I wasn't a fan of building back when there was build mode.
Yeah.
So I'd only play if someone had me play, and wasn't something I really paid attention. I like the new. To me, it's a new map, basically. I like it a lot. I like the weapons that I'm messing around with. The no build mode is really solid. Glad they kept that going. And I'm wondering what they're going to do too, because how are they going to keep this player base?
Right.
I
Right.
don't know.
So, what do you think, Dirt? Do you think that there's an easy solution to all of it?
I mean, why can't they just have both maps in the game?
Right.
There's 3 million
Recycling
people
maps
playing right now.
Would be great.
Well,
Why you
Or
gotta have
maybe
one map?
make it two different modes even.
Yeah,
You would
Yeah.
whichever map you want to.
but they
Right.
keep doing that. They take it away, and then they bring it back.
yeah.
And everybody's like,
Yeah.
and then they get on there.
Well, that's what I was saying.
That's what
Like,
they did last time.
there's a story. Like they can't keep intervaling the maps because like their challenges, their all their things that they like build their things on, like their weekly challenges, their daily challenges, are all around the story.
Yeah.
So like if they keep intervaling between the maps, it kind of like prevents players that don't play as much not be able to complete their challenges and figure out the story. They'll have to pull up a video. Again, they can keep the map in. They can just put it into. I mean, again, like it's already like I think all the modes are like it's a browser now. Where you can just type in whatever mode you want to play, and that's what you do. Like all you would have to do is just get somebody to just keep that map in, and then just type it in. But to complete the actual story and stuff, they will have to keep going from there. Like they can't just keep. You know what I mean? Like again, that was what I was saying. They can implement like how the mechanics work, the no build, like a lot of how the core elements of OG map is doing and what reason the players that came back for, that stuff they can start implementing. Like they're going to look at that and notice like, hey, this is what everybody liked. This is why they came back for. We need to implement that into the new season or the new chapter or whatever they're at.
When they first did the no build, did they take that away? Or did it just stay in there?
No. They just added in, yeah. At first it was first they added in no build. I don't think they took away build. I think they just implemented it in, and then they took away no build, people really got
Yeah.
upset because it was so good and how people
Yeah.
it brought in a lot of people back into the game.
Yeah.
So they just went ahead and was like, you know what, let's go ahead and just add it as a game mode.
Right. So, and I think the reason why they decided to bring this back was because people were getting into Fortnite Creative or Fortnite Launcher or whatever it's called, the Fortnite engine, and they were people that were rebuilding that original map. I remember seeing reports and stuff about that where because all those assets are in there. Like you can go into the Fortnite engine and make tilted towers, and it's tilted towers from the first season, and you can just drop stuff in there. There's chests, there's everything. So people were rebuilding the map in that way, and I think that that's what kind of spurred this. It's like, well, people are rebuilding it. People are excited about these people rebuilding it. If we bring it back, what's it going to do? And then they brought it back, and this is what it's done. Now, it leaves me to, like, I think that putting it up as like as a separate queuable mode for people that want that would be great. Will this, because December the 2nd, I have a feeling, this is pure speculation, that they will probably extend their update cycle until after the holidays. And the reason why is because they are building to a story, Garbo. But what if this changes their plans going forward? And what if they incorporate all of the different versions of the map? Because each week they're updating the game and they're giving us a different version of that OG map from all the different seasons. What if they just put all of the maps in there, and whenever you queue into Fortnite, it's all of the maps? And that's their story.
I was about to say, well, that could just mean that the story's ending.
Well, I mean, it could be like, because think about it. Black holes going to different realities.
So we're in a multiverse?
Yes. Yeah, basically.
Oh, great. We're Marvel in it. Okay.
I mean, why not?
Well, then, I mean, because Marvel's already doing it.
Well, I get
doing
that
it with multiple shows.
But
I don't know.
Money speaks louder than story, Garbo.
Yeah, you're right, but Fortnite has always been about the story.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but at the end of the day, like they're going to have.
I've quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to have to do something to keep this type of player retention, because this goes back to what we talked about with COD. This is going to be something where they've brought all these people back. They're making money. They're breaking records with hours played. How many people's played in one day? How many concurrent players are playing at one time? They're going to want to try to keep that up and maintain that as much as humanly possible. And it's like,
but they've done that before. They've done that exact same thing before when they first released, and then they lost it. I just don't feel like until another battle royale like Fortnite comes along the way, because there's nothing like Fortnite. Like Apex it's also its own signature thing. COD this has multiple versions. It's got Blackout, it's got PUBG, it's got H1Z1. Like they're all kind of like similarity in that aspect. So I don't think COD's even in this conversation. But like until they can make another battle royale like those two top games, I just don't see Fortnite going away anytime soon.
well, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to stick around, but I'm just wondering, like, is this going to influence?
Are they going to try to retain their 5 million players?
Yeah, I mean, because
I mean, I'm sure they will. That's their job.
And it has the most players playing.
Oh, I'm sure
the most 3 million right now.
That's insane. That's a
Everything
lot of people.
Else is like 300,000.
Yeah,
like nothing's breaking 1 million.
Yeah, but Fortnite is
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so it's absolutely ridiculous. But on the heels of this, we do have some controversy with Fortnite. So Fortnite players are demanding refunds for newly age-restricted cosmetics. So the introduction of new content ratings on Fortnite Creative Islands has resulted in restrictions on equipping cosmetics. Some players are majorly frustrated by the move, which they call, quote, the worst update in the history of the game. Whether through earning them in battle passes or buying them in the item shop, longtime Fortnite players will have no doubt accumulated quite a locker of cosmetics. With Fortnite's most recent update, Epic introduced age and content ratings for each Fortnite Creative Island. While the age rating for Battle Royale remains T for teens, some creative maps can now be rated as low as E for everyone. In line with this, Fortnite's cosmetics have similarly been hit with age restrictions. Skins with more mature themes can now only be equipped on certain creator islands. Cosmetics affected by the restrictions appear to include those with holstering guns or bandoliers holding ammo or explosives. Also restricted are several monstrous skins like Xenomorph and Mincemeat. Despite this restriction, players are struggling to get to grips with just how arbitrary the resulting selection appears. Some cute cartoony skins, such as Meowscles, can only be equipped while playing on maps rated for those 10 plus because of their weapons. Meanwhile, the Michael Myers skin can be equipped on any map without restrictions. Players also expressed bewilderment at the fact that menu music and loading screens were subject to age restriction. Given that these elements are only viewable to the player themselves, they don't understand the justification for limiting these while on age-restricted islands. Epic has gone so far as to change this season's loading screen, removing any imagery of weaponry to make the art more family-friendly. Overall, the decision has not been well received. Fans have been vocal in their request for refunds on restricted cosmetics, and the change has even prompted fans to petition it be reverted entirely. Okay, before we go on to the next thing, I want to talk about this for a second. First of all, the fact that this is only for the Fortnite Creative Island stuff and people are making this much of an uproar is stupid. First of all, anybody that's making a huge uproar about this is dumb. It's stupid, right? Because first of all, it's the Creative Islands. Now, I understand there's a lot of people that go on there and they play these Creative Islands things and all this kind of stuff, and they want to show all their skins off and stuff, but like, you know, that's like whenever you go and you watch a baseball game, but there's a Little League game happening over here on the side, and you somehow wander around to the Little League game. You know, it's the same idea here. Second of all, Fortnite should have restricted these E for everyone's where nobody can enter it with any equipped skins. They give you the skin, you drop into it, and that's that. Now, if you play in anything that is over E for everyone, then you have your skins and all your stuff equipped as normal. But it should automatically force you, if you want to be upholding to this content restriction, they should be equipping your skin for you when you drop into these E for everyone. Because think about the cosmetics, think about the emotes, think about all this stuff that like is age restricted. How much time did they sink into doing something like this? It's dumb that people are making a big deal out of it, first of all. And it's also dumb that Fortnite and Epic decided to go this route with it.
I mean, it's not their calling to determine what is E for everyone and team for teen, right? Does they not have to go through like a game board or something like that?
Yeah, I mean that's what the content ratings for games are. So if they're allowing servers to be rated, then they have to uphold to that rating standard.
There's an easy fix.
Maybe they I
What you got?
don't know. I didn't think. Yeah, what's the fix?
I mean, you can. So I can see my skin, but to someone else, I just look default.
Yeah,
Whatever. I mean, just do that.
Yeah, right.
That's all you gotta do.
Okay, yeah.
On my screen, I see
That
my
would be
skin.
easy.
Yeah.
Bam, done.
And honestly,
Next,
that should be a setting in the game anyway. If I want everybody to appear as Minecraft Steve, like, and I know but let's just say if I wanted everybody to appear as the default Fortnite skin, to cut back on system resources for my own computer and have the ability to cut off all emotes and all that other bullcrap, I should be able to do that. You're right. That should be the way that it is. I should be able to see my skin. I should be able to see the skin of the people I'm in the party with, but everything else should be toggleable to be default.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy ruling.
It's
and like I don't know how it got implemented, but it's crazy how it is such an uproar. I mean, it's crazy.
It's
I mean,
it is, man. And it's crazy that people are like petitioning over this. Like you're playing an extension of Fortnite. You're not even playing
Not even the
Fortnite.
main game. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, and I think that's why they like make. I don't know. I feel like that's why they probably had to make like a team rating for everything because like it's kind of like Roblox. Roblox has to do the same thing, and
Yeah.
it was a PC game. Like every game, everything that's in that game has to be rated. So that way, so kids know, so the
A lot of
parents
kids
know,
play it.
everything
Yeah.
like Fortnite's become a whole like engine, like that was like that's the whole thing. So it's kind of like Roblox now. So they probably had to fall under the guidelines of that, and that's why they have to go by that ruling. I don't think Epic Games and everything was just deciding here's like you know what we're going to rate all of our games. I think something happened in the back where that's why this is happening. And again, the uproar about it is quite absurd. I mean, again, like there's kids playing this game.
Yeah.
Like, and there are some skins that are out there. Like I don't see any skin being like outrageously inappropriate, but like, we also live in a time and age where everything offends everybody. So
Yeah, exactly. And really, I mean that's what it comes down to. So like Dirt has the best solution to that problem in my opinion because like it's unnecessary. All of it's unnecessary. And I understand why they're doing it, but also like I understand why Epic had hey, you can play Fortnite, but you can search for other types of games that people make and you can get in there and you can play those. Should have been released as its own thing. Let's be fair. It should have been released. You connect your accounts, you pull all your skins and cosmetics. It should have been released as two separate things, in my opinion. But I know why they released them together. I know why they're putting these content restrictions in there on some of these maps. But like, kids have been like 4-year-olds have been playing the game since it came out in 2017 up until now. That's not going to go away. No content restriction. If their parents allow them to play it, it doesn't matter. I can hot drop tilted and see, somebody carrying a gun. Whoa. So it's wild, man. And
I mean, just like the core factor of the game is to hold guns.
yeah,
So why is the
exactly.
skin that's running around with guns on it being a restricted skin? Like it doesn't make sense in some aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But on the heels of this, we got one more Fortnite topic here. So Fortnite now records voice chat for moderation in matches with kids. So Epic added voice reporting to Fortnite on Thursday, a new moderation feature that lets players, quote, submit audio evidence when reporting suspected violations of the game's community rules. Epic says that voice reporting will help the company, quote, take action against players using voice chat to bully, harass, discriminate, or engage in other inappropriate behavior. In other words, if you encounter foul language in Fortnite's built-in voice chat, Epic's giving you a new tool to do something about it. Fortnite's new reporting feature will record in-game voice chat, storing that audio data on players' systems. What? Okay. Players can then report bad behavior to Epic, forwarding captured voice chat to the company's moderators for review. Voice reporting is, for what appears to be a vast majority of circumstances, effectively always on. In fact, it's always on for voice chats in games that include players under the age of 18. For players who object to being potentially recorded, Epic offers an alternative. If you're under 18 and do not wish to have your voice chat audio captured, you can mute yourself or turn voice chat off entirely by selecting off in your voice chat settings. There is an option to turn voice reporting off, but it's limited to games where all players are over 18 and in parties formed among friends where all players have voice reporting set to off when possible. Epic says it's only recording 5 minutes of voice audio at a time, and on a rolling basis. This means only the immediate last 5 minutes of audio is reportable, the company said. Epic also promises that voice reports are anonymous. Players who have been reported for violating community rules won't know who reported them. Players who have submitted reports won't get notified of any action taken by Epic's moderation team, but the company says it's working on that feature for 2024. There's a lot of games that's implementing this whole voice recording nonsense,
A lot of
Mhm.
countries that are doing crazy stuff with it too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like in the UK, I'm pretty sure you can go to jail
Yeah. Right.
for being an asshole online.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
what?
mean, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And-
as soon as I got on the
I
other
don't
day,
think
it
it's
asked that
absurd
question.
though.
I read the thing and I went,
Yeah.
turn off.
Yeah. Me
I'm not
too.
using it anyway. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there was no point in us having to turn it on.
Right. And I think that leads to the reasoning why, whenever you're streaming a game through PlayStation and you're in a Discord party, that audio isn't shared or recorded because of something along these lines, right? Because Discord is kind of notorious about like sketchy Discord chats with sketchy Discord rooms with people
Yeah.
doing sketchy stuff. That's that it is what it is at the end of the day. But it's wild that like game developers are going to this extent to try to shut down people for being, for harassing, bullying, and all this stuff. And it's like, bro, I get it, but also I don't get it because I grew up in a time where like Modern Warfare 2, you couldn't be in an Xbox party
Wow,
and
wow,
you
West.
heard some
Oh, yeah,
wild
you could.
stuff.
You
and-
learned words in there.
Yes.
You know?
Wow.
Yes. So
Oh well, I mean that's the prime example there. I mean, you said it all. That's why they're doing it.
It's
Yeah.
still gonna happen though.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Not gonna change anything.
I mean, Epic might be the one to do it, but I don't know about COD.
I don't think any of them. I mean, they're going to put these things in place, and I mean, the amount of like actionable offenses and the amount of reviews that are necessary. Like, this is a good job for the AI. You know what I
It'll run
mean?
to a bot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good job for the AI to do. But
But you banned an account.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing
What'd
with
you
like
stop?
you can report somebody and then you can say harassment. You're like, he said this, he said that, but like if they have actual voice audio to prove it,
yeah,
it just helps.
But
It's more
but then you ban
ruling.
an account.
I get it.
It's not gonna change
Yeah,
nothing. It's still gonna happen.
Right? They need to actually ban the actual ID or the whatever that you're
Yeah,
supposed
just
to
make a
ban.
new account.
yeah, IP ban. That's the only way to stop it.
Yeah, that's
Hardware.
what I was about to say. Yeah, that's what I was meaning to say. Yeah, I just didn't know what it was actually called.
Because
Yeah,
you couldn't
IP
get a
ban.
new IP address. So it's
Yeah.
gonna have to be a MAC address. Like,
Yes. So, I mean, I don't know. And the thing is that, like, I understand that we all agree to terms of service and all this stuff, but like, all this stuff is so subjective. Like, things that I think is offensive and that's not kosher, someone else may feel differently about that. Like,
I
that's
just don't like them
okay.
recording me and storing it.
yeah, and storing
That's
it
weird.
locally is super weird.
Yeah.
Why is my voice on someone else's hardware?
So you're gonna record it. Oh yeah.
That's weird.
And use my storage.
Yes. Like, I shouldn't,
Hmm.
I did not consent to have my voice recorded by anybody, first of all. Second of all, I definitely didn't agree to have my voice recorded and stored on someone other than Epic's hardware. So think about this. It records in 5-minute chunks. Somebody could go in there, they could find somebody, they could take an AI and manipulate it and drop it into
Yep.
that folder where Courage or Doc or Tim the Tap Man says some crazy stuff.
And get them canceled.
Yes, get them canceled, get them banned from the game, start this whole uproar. Like, there's a lot of bad that could come with this. I understand the good. I understand why there would be good to come from this. But also, this opens the door. This opens a floodgate that doesn't really need to be opened, in my opinion. It's
There's
wild.
definitely pros and cons to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I guess that's why Discord's there. You know, like that's why I guess people use Discord so they don't have to deal with that.
I'm sure
Exactly.
they do their fair share of
yeah.
listening.
Oh, I'm for sure. But like, you know,
But I mean, as Griffin just said, like it's on multiple people's hardware.
Yeah, that's
Discord
weird that
isn't
they're
like
doing
that.
that.
Yeah,
That they're storing files on your computer.
yes, that's weird. So, But yeah, we'll see what Fortnite has in store. Currently, December the 2nd is when the new season of Fortnite's going to roll out. I have a feeling that they might postpone that. I think that this whole petition thing that people are trying to sign and drum up for these little side Fortnite little experiments that are happening, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. I think that, I mean, if somebody's making an E for everybody map, contact them and tell them to make a T for teen map. And then there you go. You got an E for everyone map with no skins. And then you got a T for teen map with, or like Dirt said, fix it to where you can only see your skin and nobody else can see it. Bada bing, bada boom. It's done. Voice chat recording is weird. In any game, in any circumstance, voice chat recording is weird.